it was kind of hawkish on it. You know what I mean? It just didn't flat out say, I messed up. I should have been cut this shit. And, you know, we cutting now. We're going to be cutting, you know, a couple more times. He didn't say that. Can you tell us about your ebook? It's amazing. It's $27. The link is in my bio. It's created millionaires. Several. Fuel has achieved 110 sustained TPS and processed over 1.1 transactions in 24 hours. That's what's up. Market moves sideways, ready for the next leg up. The market did not move sideways. The market went up for a whole week from Saturday to Saturday and then had a pullback. It didn't move sideways, though. It was up for a whole week. And then we just had the pullback before the meeting. And now, you know, it's doing all kind of craziness. Let's see what we got going on here. What do you think about XRP? XRP's been around since 2014. It's something that I think you should have in your portfolio along with a gazillion other people. It's the third largest crypto on the blockchain. Let's see what we got going on here. So, all right, here we go. Check this out. Let me just show y'all this. Let me just show y'all this so y'all can see it. Turn the camera around. Whoa. Just turn the camera around here. This is Bitcoin. Look at this. This is a hot mess. This is a bunch of bullish, bunch of people going bullish with longs and all kind of stuff with a bunch of leverage. And then this is an engulfing candle. So boom, 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 erased all of that, right? This right here, the bears tried to push the bears pushed all the way down here, and then the bulls push it all the way back up here. So if you know how these candles work, if you have my course, or if you just know $16,000, so that's the high of that candle, and then it closed here. So this closed here. Look, it opened here, right, and then it closed here. Got as high as this, but it closed. This one opened here, right? At some point, the bulls tried to push it up, and the bears slammed it all the way down here, and it closed down here. So green candles closed at the top. These closed at the bottom. So this closed here. This candle opened up. Look, the bulls pushed it all the way back up here. People going bullish, 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 and the bears slammed it all the way back down here and closed this candle down here. This one opened up here. The bears tried to push it all the way down. Bulls pushed it back up, pushed it all the way back up here, and ended up closing here. Then the bears took control and erased all of those gains. This is an engulfing candle here. So this was a damn ping pong session all the way up and through here. Right, the bears erased all those gains, and the bulls brought all those gains right back. It was a nightmare. That's what's happening. This was happening all throughout the damn session while he was talking, because depending on what he was saying, market was like, yay, oh, yay, oh. Right, and this was happening like those were 15-minute candles, and so it was just going crazy like that. But for me, if you was listening to what I said, you still in position, and a lot of people that listen to me are in position. People trying to figure out like, yo, what do I do next? Like, I'm still in position. I'm gonna prove that to y'all right now. I'll show it to you again, like when other people come on here. We got about 700 people on here, but I didn't change. Like people, let me show it to you. So let's go and let's look at the accounts. So this account right here, I'm in this account current, right? This is the main account. So I'm in here now, right? There's 8 positions over here, and they look like this. Out of all that volatility that y'all saw, I don't really care, okay? I'm up about $2,800 over here, right? In these 8 positions, and you can't get me out of them. Even all that volatility, nothing shook me out of this, right? The only thing that I'm down right here on XRP, I got an unrealized loss of about $50. Who cares? I'm up about $2,800 over here, $2,900, okay? Now, if we go here and we click from that, right, and we go to switch account, and we go over here to short term. See, this is the current. I'm switching to short term now. So if I click to the short term account, let's see what we got over here. We got 12 positions over here, and they look like this. I'm up about $6,000 over here, right? So I got these 12 positions. I got an unrealized loss on ADA, another unrealized loss on XRP over here, right? But this account, but 12 positions, I'm up about 6 G's over here. So ain't shit changed for me. I don't know what people talking about, right? So that's the short-term account. Let's go here to, I know about the midterm. I can't show you all that because it's too much money in there. You wouldn't believe me. Let's go to this link for BTC, which I just opened up some trades to copy with my dad. So dad, if you're on live right now, these are the trades that we're in right now. There's 5 that I put my dad in. So here's what his trades looks like. My dad is copy trading me. Okay, so he's up about $1,600. All right, so he's copy trading me on these. Shout out to my pops. You know what I mean? All right, cool, dad. Good job. You're up about $1,600. All right, so let's look at this scalping account right here. Let's leave that account. Go to the scalping account. I got about 11 positions over here on the scalping account. I'm up about $4,200 over there still. I don't care what the market is doing. I'm still up $4,200 on all of those trades. Still all green. Okay, cool. And then the last one we'll look at this long-term trades. There's 3 of those over here. So switch over to long-term. I got 3 long-term trades over here, and I'm still up about 11 G's over there. Right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So I just showed y'all what, 4 or 5 accounts. Nothing's changed. Right? I had somebody, and I love the guy. I put him in trades. Right? I love the guy. I do. He's a great guy. I put him in the trades, and then he texted me. He said, "Yo, I closed the trades. I closed the trades out because, I don't know why the market's pulling back right now, but I closed the trades out. So I took a minimal loss. I didn't respond to the text message yet. I haven't responded yet because I'm like, I put you in the trades. Just like, if you either believe me that I know what I'm doing or you don't. And this is somebody that I like. I like this guy. I got love for him. And he's like, I closed the trades. And I'm like, I didn't even answer the text. I didn't respond to the text message because I'm like, I'm over here printing money. Like, nothing's changed. I ain't respond to the text. Yeah, so he took a loss. It was minimal, he said, but he took a minimal loss. And I'm like, why? Like, why mess up margin and capital when you don't have to? When you could just sit in the trades and just sit back and just chill. You asked me for a reason. You asked me about the trades for a reason. I gave them to you, and then you decided they didn't want to listen. Oh man, but it happens. Bear Market Mike said, I wouldn't know what to say either. Like, I don't know what to say because I'm looking at my account. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? What do you think about DAG? Constellation DAG has a contract with the United States Air Force, and so Constellation DAG is a pretty good project. The Air Force is using it to do some stuff with security and stuff like that on the blockchain. It's pretty dope. And if you know anything about the Air Force, they're number one when it comes to IT and security and all that stuff with computers. So the fact that they chose Constellation DAG says a lot. How much needed to start trading? You can start trading with $10. I know that you think that that's not a lot of money, but $10 can easily turn into 100, and then once you got $100, you're in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you, because $100 can be leveraged up to 500, to 1,000 by 5 or 10x stuff like that. Once you got $100 with a trading account, you're in the game. I don't have to take my word for it. You go on YouTube or ask any other trader, whatever. If you have $100, you're in the game. But even if you start with 10, you can get to 100 pretty quick. I'm just being honest with you. 0x0. Somebody said 0x0 something. It went up. I got to try to see if I can pull it back down and catch it. What do you think about Oxycoin? I looked at Oxycoin about a year and a half ago. I think it was a year and a half ago or so. But I haven't been kept up with it since then. What do I think about AMP? I still have a lot of AMP that I bought a long time ago because of what AMP is going to be doing when they start using credit cards, like for debit cards for stable coins and paying for stuff with FlexiPay and all of that. So I still have a nice little bag of AMP that is sitting on a ledger, I think it's sitting on my ledger. Nias said my course, did I say it right? Nias World said my course is fire. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. 0x0 Dark Pool Peeps decks coming out in Q4. 0x0. 0x0 Artificial Intelligence project is pretty dope. I made a lot of money with it, so that's something that I need to keep an eye on. Thanks for the information. Facts right now, I'm at 1.5K starting from $100. That's not magic. That's it. He literally telling you it's not magic. Okay. And he said it's facts. Started with $100 and now I got about 1,500. So you're amazing, brother. Thank you for not gatekeeping. Shout out to King Marcus. No doubt. Thanks for showing up and spending your most valuable asset with me, which is your time. Appreciate that. And sharing it with the rest of the people in here. Thoughts on XLM? Stellar Lumens XLM is a great project. It's ISO 20022 compliant. Stellar also has a partnership with MoneyGram, and MoneyGram is helping move the world's money. You know they move a lot of money, and so XLM has a partnership with them. So yeah, that'll be part of the rest of the crew that'll be moving money around. Algorand, Hedera, XRP, stuff like that. So yeah, great project. Any thoughts on Penlink? I don't have any thoughts on Penlink. I'm not in the project, Mr. Cool. I'm not in that particular project, so I don't know anything about the tokenomics. I don't know who the devs are. I haven't looked at the website. I don't know what kind of roadmap they have. I don't know if it was a fair launch project. If there's unlocks on it or anything. I'm not really sure about it, brother. How do you detect opportunities? You look total 3 and then attack. How do you detect opportunities? You look at the total 3 and then attack. I look at the total 3 before I can get a macro view of what's happening. And then from there, because what you have to first decide what's going on in the market is the market going up, down, or sideways? Right? Once I figure out that, then I can go into individual projects and start, looking at them individually. But there's no need for me to look at individual projects without looking at the scope of what's happening with everything. And so Total 3 controls about 90+% of all altcoins. So if the Total 3 is going up on a chart, then I know that like 90-something% of altcoins are going to be moving up as well. Think about it, right? Because Total 3 controls all those altcoins. So if it's moving up, it means money is going into that market cap, which means money is going into a bunch of cryptos. So now I can go in and individually start looking at those cryptos. And I start with the top 10. Because if you're making sense of this, right? If the Total 3 is the market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? I'm going to go and look at the top 10 altcoins to see what they're doing. Because those are the ones that have majority of that market cap. So I'm going to see what those are doing first. And then from there, I have my favorite coins that in different sectors that I go to after that. Like in the meme coins and artificial intelligence and, real world assets and DeFi and all kind of stuff like that. But I look at the top 10 first after looking at the Total 3. Does that make sense? How I'm trying to, get this information quick. Somebody said crash this week. We're not having a crash unless Bitcoin loses 115,000 and Ethereum loses 4,500 and starts really closing candles under 4,500 and can't get back above it. So no crash until that happens. Regardless of anything that anybody says to you, those are the numbers. I've told everybody that. I had everybody write them down. Bitcoin has to lose $115,000, meaning it has to fall below 115 and get rejected trying to come back up above it, meaning closing candles under it and getting rejection. As long as Bitcoin is over 115,000, you're good. As long as Ethereum, which is the second largest crypto and the largest altcoin, and unless it loses $4,500, there's no such thing about talking. We don't need to be talking about crash. I do want to show y'all something that's scary, though. I'll show it to you later. If you stay on this live for the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to get around to it. It's something that is pretty scary. It's one of those things to where I don't have a crystal ball, but I remember I know I'm pretty good at charting. And so when I show you this, you're going to realize that it's scary. Not because I'm saying it's scary, because I'm going to show you the numbers of what happens if we can't get past a certain point. It's scary shit. So you stick around, you'll see. Will you be going live on other platforms if TikTok gets banned in the US? Probably not. I'll have my own proprietary stuff. I have a huge email list, over 100-some thousand people. I'll just go and start my own thing. And it wouldn't matter to me if only 100 or 200 people showed up on my own private little thing. I constantly build up from that, but I wouldn't care. So probably not. Probably would just make some content, on some other platforms, some YouTube content, which is long form content. Maybe do some stuff on IG or something like that. But probably wouldn't go live. Probably not. What is your best RWA? The same as everyone else's, Ondo. I mean, it's backed by BlackRock, which manages over $12 trillion in assets. So, people can argue about what the best one is, but BlackRock is the largest AUM manager in the world. So, and they back Ondo. So, by default, we have to say Ondo. But there's some pretty good ones out there. But by default, you just got to say Ondo. What do you think about Solana's ecosystem? What I think about Solana's ecosystem? It's pretty good. Let's look at it. Let's look at Solana's ecosystem. Somebody asked me, what do you think about Solana's ecosystem? Let's go take a look at it and see what's up. We'll decide what we think about Solana's ecosystem together. I don't want y'all to think that I'm the know-it-all guy. We can do some of this stuff together. We're going to go here to categories. We're going to click on Solana ecosystem. Somebody say, I didn't know you could do that. And so Chainlink is part of a lot of ecosystems. So by default, I'm telling you this thing right here is the boss. But inside of this ecosystem, yes, right? World Liberty Financial, y'all already know who that is, don't you? Yeah, you know who that is. Aave, Pump.Fund, Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, this ecosystem is the truth. What do you think? Hey, Solana's ecosystem is the truth. All right. You're looking right at it. Right. So, yeah, great question. Hopefully that answer that I just gave you is legit. But, yeah, I don't have a problem with that ecosystem. And, Chainlink has to be in there by default because Chainlink is the cool kid. It has oracles. Everybody plays with Chainlink. Pause. You got to say pause on that. This is PG right here. Chainlink is a cool kid. Everybody likes Chainlink. All right, let's see what we got going on here. What website was that? It's CoinMarketCap. Just go to CoinMarketCap and then up under the cryptocurrencies navigation. If you hover your mouse over that, you'll see a bunch of things, and you just go up under categories. You'll see that stuff. I need to understand. What's that? I need help with understanding leverage. Well, if you need help with understanding leverage, you're in the right place. Check it out. If you go here to blockchainbullhorn.com, this is my website right here. I have a whole crypto course. Many people have taken it. Don't worry, I'm going to prove that to you in a second. If you're looking to unlock secrets of profitable crypto trading, which also includes leverage for sure, with no coaching required. This used to be for my private coaching clients. Now everybody was begging me and asking me to make it public. So it's public now. Whether you're a beginner looking to build a strong foundation or an intermediate trader ready to sharpen your edge, these are step-by-step videos. Proven strategies, proven tools, proven market insights. Now, you said that you're having problems or trouble with leverage. Here's the cool thing about that. I'm going to go here and show you something. I'm going to go here to products. I'm going to turn my camera around here. Let's go to products and click on the super simple video course. And then we're going to click here on this. Check it out. And on the back here, you see there's a module 1 there. And you could, if we slide down here to module 2, look, module 2 here. Mastering market structure and risk management, candlesticks, support and resistance, trend lines, Fibonacci setups, right? Proper use of Fibonacci setups. I didn't see nothing about, no, keep watching. Module 3, favorite assets, futures, spot, right? Trade windows, leverage trading explained. Ooh. Market and limit orders, stop loss and take profit settings, trade execution, $100,000 trading strategy, scaling up trades. Yeah, that's Yeah. So it's in there. You know what I'm saying? If you're having trouble with leverage trading, definitely go to my website, take that course. You will not have trouble with it anymore. That's true. I opened a 10x leverage long on ADA on a dip. Too risky, you think? You opened a 10x leverage long on Cardano on the dip. Where was your entry point? Let's see if we can help this person out real quick. Now for everybody else, don't be asking me this specific question like this, because this is a one-off. This is more so custom trading here. I mean, custom like coaching. But I want to help this individual in front of everybody. JJ Chill is the selected one today. JJ, you up. I need you to tell me what your entry point was. 87 cents. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go here for JJ, and let's pull up Cardano, which is the asset that he was in. Check it out, JJ. He wants to know if a 10x leverage is too much. So let's go here. That's JJ. I'm gonna grab this horizontal line. I'm gonna slap it on here real quick. I'm just gonna double click so I can go in here. 0.87. All right, so check it out. Listen, that's your entry point in front of everybody. JJ, a 10x leverage is not too risky for you, because I could tell you right off the bat, this is what you're working with. This was your entry point right here. Bam. Let me slide this over. That was your entry point right there. Okay, I don't know what your stop loss is, but let's pretend like your stop loss was at least just 1%. Look at this beautiful thing you got going on here. You are now, right now, on a 10x leverage, you are up 2%, which means this 2%, you have to multiply it by 10. JJ, you are up 20%. And so, no, a 10x leverage for you is not too much. In fact, what I would do just to start protecting your gains, peep the game now. Look what I'm about to show you. We know that this yellow line is your entry point right there. That gray line, that's your entry point. What I would do now is I would take, this is your stop loss down here, right? I'm going to take this stop loss. Look, this is your stop loss. We're going to move your stop loss, move it up here, up under this wick right here. JJ, listen to me what I'm saying. Your entry point is here. Your stop loss is probably down here where you risk maybe 1%, which 1% times 10 would be 10% of your capital if you would have got stopped out. But we got it. What I'm going to ask you to do here, not financial advice, but if you're paying attention to me, I would move this stop loss. I will move this stop loss up right about here, which means that you would effectively be protecting from this entry point to here. You would be protecting about 5%. Is that true, guys? He would be protecting 5% of his gains that he has right now, which means for whatever reason, if Cardano was to start pulling back here, the worst thing that could happen is he would get stopped out in profit. That's the worst thing. Now, why are we not moving it all the way up here, though, Mr. Hill? Why are we not moving it up here? Because that's too close to the price action. If the market dips down right here, yeah, you lock in these gains, but you also miss the opportunity for this to run up a little bit more. So just have it down here for right now and just keep an eye on it, right? And if this continues to run up, then you can gradually start pulling this stop loss up and locking in gains. The next level I will pull it up to would be right about here. See right here where these candles right here was resistance, 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 resistance right here. So after this stop loss right here, if this continues to run up, I would pull this up here like this and protect all of this down here, okay? If you start seeing this pull back on you right here and you want to protect those gains, pull it up right here so that this is protected, all right? That's what I would do. But if you're asking me the question, is a 10X right, with that entry point right there, is it legit and it's good to go? Yeah, great job. Great job. Great job. Absolute great job. All right. Is it anybody here that is a trader or anything? Was that pretty good information? It wasn't advice, right? We can't give financial advice. But how did that look? Does that look like that's maybe like some sound information? Maybe? Yep. That's how you do that. So, yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, that's good stuff. Somebody said he just gave out free money. Yeah, that was good information, y'all. Congratulations, JJ, for getting that entry point right there. That's dope, my man. All right, cool. Now, hey, JJ, by the way, too, let me just show you something. Just to show you how good that information is in front of everybody if you're still on here. See that yellow line? Look, if I was to scale this out, meaning look, that's another reason why I'm telling you you would put it here to protect it. Look all the way back here. This was September 17th. This right here was the 16th. This over here was the 6th. Look, rejection, rejection, rejection. This right here is all resistance. Look, resistance. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, got up here, broke through this resistance, came back to retest it, right? Fell through just for a second and got back above. This is where, like, if you're not going to have your stop loss here, right, to keep it away from the price action for wicks and stuff like that, definitely move it there because that is a very, very important place for Cardano. Is that true, everybody? For those of you who are new, just shake your head. That's the real deal. So that's why I gave you that as well. I know how to chart for sure. What do you use for your brokerage account? Everybody will tell you and this is in my course, by the way. But I use Bofin, and if you want an opportunity to have something that can get you up to $5,000, just use my link in there. But it's in my course. But if you just want to go straight up to it, that's you can do that as well. But in my course, you get an opportunity to get some money up to 5 G's. So, but however you want to do it, it's up to you. What do you think about strategy ICT for crypto? What do I think about strategy ICT for crypto? I like what Michael Saylor is doing. I mean, the man owns an insane amount of Bitcoin, like 600,000 or something like that. It's a lot of Bitcoin. I know. I looked at it. Let me look. I just did a video on this on my timeline. Let me go here and not just call some stuff out. Let me just go here and see how much Michael Saylor owns. Let's see here. Where is it at? Hold on. Let me turn that down. Let me just watch this video real quick because I have it in here. Let me see. Where did I have this at? Is it this one? Oh, here it is right here. I got it. I actually do want to turn this up because y'all probably didn't watch it. I'm actually going to turn this video up. Y'all didn't watch it. Y'all don't be watching my videos on my timeline. Y'all tripping. So let's play this video. I already knew that Michael Saylor owned about 600,000 Bitcoin with his company Strategy, but what I didn't know is someone owns about 15,000. No. I already knew that No. Listen to that. I already knew that Michael Saylor owned about 600,000 Bitcoin with his company Strategy, but what I didn't know is someone owns about 15,000 Bitcoin. Check it out. Yep. Whoa. Trump Media and Technology Group. That's Trump Media Group. They own 15,000. Strategy, MicroStrategy is up here, 600,000. So I like whatever Michael Saylor and his team is doing. I ain't arguing with him. I bet y'all didn't know POTUS and his team was holding 15,000 though. For anybody that thinks Bitcoin's going to zero, I just want to remind you, you might want to go to my video and look at that list. It's not true. Anybody telling you this thing is going to zero and all of that, they are way, way behind the curve. It is not. Y'all better wake up. The most powerful man in the world has a team, Trump Media and Technology Group. They own 15,000. BT. Yeah, okay. 15,000. 1 point something, almost $2 billion. What was that? Yeah. Dog Rooms, are you still on that project? 100%. 100% I am. Somebody said, he's not powerful. He's not powerful. Ooh. Okay. Crypto chick. He's not powerful. Snake, rat. Hmm. 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 I, uh, uh, I don't know. That's a pretty powerful list. I'm trying to figure that one out. Wait, I have mixed emotions about this. Hold on. So DJ Donald J is he's POTUS. See, man, he's POTUS. It's the president of the United States. POTUS is the most powerful man in the world. He's the most powerful man in the world. I mean, this is not something we have to look up. This is facts, right? Somebody help me out. Is this facts? Is this before we move forward? No, I'm stuck for a second here because this is my sister here. Uh, okay, all right. So somebody said, no. I'm talking about trading strategy, ICT, MSC. I don't know what that was. He made UK bring okay, their kitchen sink, Tatsi. No, I'm just saying, guys. Somebody said that's a snake oil account. Oh, somebody said that's a snake oil account. Don't pay attention to that. That's not a real crypto chick. Okay. I'm about to say, this is my sister. What are we doing? Can you show the total I need to sleep? Work is 6 hours. Can you show the total I need to sleep? The total 3? Somebody gotta go to work. I gotta respect the work. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get to the bag. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. The total 3. And here you go. Let's look at this thing on the 4-hour chart real quick. Let's go here and show this. This is where it was the other day before we had Jerome Powell come on TV. Before Jerome Powell showed up on that thing. This was 9:15, so 2 days ago at 8:45. Is that true? Today's the 17th. So when I screenshotted this, 9:15, we were sitting at 1.11 trillion. And we were sitting on top of this yellow line, which was support, which I told everybody this is support, right? And as long as we hold support, your altcoins are going to look like this. I'm just saying they're going to look like this. And so let's see where we are today. This was the chart that we looked at right here 2 days ago, and this is what the chart looks like right now. So let me ask y'all, was I right? We're not sitting at 1.1, we're sitting at 1.13. So from this support line of this yellow line to where we are right now, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Follow the bouncing ball with me. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, 27 billion. So 2 days ago, I told everybody with this chart that this was support for the total 3, which controls 90+% of altcoins. Today, if you didn't listen to me, you're behind $27 billion. These are facts, is what I'm saying. You're behind $27 billion is what I'm saying to you, right? Because that money has came flying into altcoins, and people like me and whoever was paying attention to me, we have positions, and we have been taking advantage of those positions, and the money is looking nice. That's all. So if we go here and we look at the top 100 cryptos, which we are going to do right now, and I look at the last hour, they look like this. This is your top 100 cryptos, which means 90. Look, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 94%, because I'm going to just take 6% out of, if we got 100 and I take 6% away from it, 94% of the top 100 cryptos are bullish in the last hour. Somebody check my math on that. Somebody check my math on that. Is it? Somebody check my math on that. Is that right? Is that math right? Okay. Well, let's look at it for today. 1 hour is not impressive. 1 hour is not impressive. Let's look at it for today. Let's move over to the day. Let's count the red ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not 6. That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that true? Okay. So guys, look. Somebody say, yeah, that's true. So if that's so 87% today, 87% still up. Somebody check my math. Today, out of the top 100 cryptos, is 87% still green? Is that somebody check my math? Is that still up? That true? Yeah. Yep. Yep, it's true. So that means possibly when someone like me goes live, you possibly should be paying attention to that, maybe listening to it or something, or now let's go. We got to move away from a day. We got to now move to a week. We pushing it now. We pushing it now. Let's get to a week. Let's see where we at on a week. How many of these things are up after a week? We're going to a week now. Oh, we got some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, y'all. 17, y'all. What's the number down there? Y'all know I know how to do math. Oh, no, 17. 18. Don't forget that one. 18. 18. What's the percentage this week out of 100 that are still up and kicking crazy gains out? There you go. The numbers is coming in now. For everybody else that's didn't pass math, look at the numbers down there. Your peers are helping you out. So let me double down on that. So you mean to tell me from the time that we hit this bottom of support here, so I'm just going to grab it right here. This is from this candle, to be fair. From this candle to where we are right now, it's only been 2 days and 12 hours. I pushed it out to a week just to show you where we are, but it's only been 2 days and 12 hours. Let's keep it 1,000. See, this goes from an hour to 24 hours. So you saw what's happened today. When we go to a week, this is not a full week. This has only been 2 days and 12 hours. Let's keep it 1,000. So these numbers here, they're still running up. This is still happening here. It's only been 2 days and 12 hours, to be fair. See? I'm a numbers guy. I like looking at, show me the numbers. Show me the numbers. Thanks, I appreciate that. Who was that? CJ, appreciate that, bro. Right? So that's real. That's real right there. See, when I go live and I show you the numbers, then you don't have to argue with people about what's going on. Just a bunch of A's here. Bro, please answer, will be there strong correction? Bro, please answer, will there be strong correction? Sir, I'm answering the question. The answer is right here. Look, let me show you this. Look at the answer. Look at the answer. Okay? Look at what I'm showing you. This right here was Saturday, the 6th. So look, Saturday, today is the 17th. So on the 6th, right? This was last Saturday here, trust me. So 2 Saturdays ago, we was down here. That was the correct, look, Let me show it to you right here so you can really see it. From this point right here all the way down here like this. This was a pullback. And we broke out right here. Okay? So we started running up here. This is the Saturday. You see it? We start running up here. Let me show it to everybody. From there to up here, follow the bouncing ball again, because y'all know I like numbers. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, $122 billion came flying into the altcoins in 1 week. You don't believe me? Look, I'm just telling you right here. Because look, this is the 13th. So Saturday the 6th to Saturday the 13th. So in 1 week, $122 billion came flying into these altcoins. You checked your account. You know that it was up. Then we had this pullback. Somebody say we had a pullback of people taking profits. So it pulled the market back down here about $56 billion. It's right here, guys. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, 56 billion. That's your pullback. So if you're asking me, hey, is there going to be a strong pullback? We already had the pullback. We are now moving up. I just showed everybody on this live that from here to up here, we're up about 32, almost $33 billion. So I'm not concerned about a pullback. We just found support and we're going this way. Why are we worried about pullbacks when we're going this way now? We had this descending thing here. We rallied up. We had a pullback and now we're bouncing off of support here. Which means, remember, I told everybody that was willing to listen, I said, I'm in long positions and I'm expecting the market to even dip down and actually fill up some orders that I have some limit orders set down at the bottom for when the market pulls back. Guess what happened today, right? So some of the stuff that I had prior to JP coming on, Jerome Powell, some of that stuff got stopped out in profit, of course, because I protect my gains. So some of that stuff got stopped out in profit. Okay, cool. I was out of those trades. But I had some limit orders. I showed everybody. I had like 12, 13, 16. I had a bunch of limit orders set at the bottom of some. And today when the market started slamming down, those orders got filled. I really play this game to really, really win. And I show a bunch of people that how to play the game. And if you just watch me on my lives, man, there's no way you're not making money. There's no way. There's just no way. I share all of this stuff. Somebody keep it real with me. Did I share this stuff? Or am I just capping? The young kids, y'all still say cap. What is it now? If it ain't cap, just tell me what it is. But is this true? Did I share this information with everybody? Let me know. Open book, shared it with everybody. So now when I look at my accounts and they're up thousands and thousands of dollars, 11,000 over here, 5,000, 6,000 over here, 7,000. I can't. When people come on, if they leave a negative comment or they leave some stuff about, well, I'm just like, what are you talking about, bro? I went live and showed everybody. Do you have WLFI? Do you have WLFI? I looked at trading it. I made a trade on it, but I don't hold it on spot or anything like that. Somebody said, I just got a bad position. Chris came in and said, I just got a bad position. I don't know if it's bad or not, Chris, because I don't know the asset and I don't know what your entry point was. So I can't agree or disagree with that. But if you're telling me, if you know that you got a bad position, then I can just kind of come in and say, you get them next time, brother. You know what I'm saying? Look at your charts. You know what I'm saying? Try not to FOMO into stuff, chasing things, whatever. And, look at your chart so you get a better position. Are you still in your long positions? It's time to show that again, huh? Because before when I showed it, we only had like 800 people on here. We got about 1,700 people on here now. So somebody just asked me, am I still in my long positions? Here's the answer to your question. I'm going to show you several accounts, right? People that's been following me know I have different sub-accounts. So switch, I'm in it. Look, it says current right here. When I start clicking on this current will move down to these other accounts. So I'm in the main account now, and you can see over here, there's 8 positions over here. XRP is the only one that's tripping on me right now over here. Boo, I'm down. I'm in some unrealized losses here. but everything else is up. So I'm up about let's call this about $4,000. This is live. These are live trades, guys. So I'm up about 4Gs over here. So if you're asking me, am I still long? The answer to that question is yes, in that particular account. So let's go here, switch. Let's go here to the short-term account. Watch what happens. I click it here. That spins, right? And you're going to see different set of trades over here, 12 trades over here. I'm down over here on XRP, about $105. Come on, XRP, wake up. You're making me look bad in front of everybody. But everything else, I'm up. I'm up over here about $7,000. These are real trades. These are real numbers. The P&L over here is about 7 Gs. So if you're asking me, am I in longs? The answer to that question is what? Yes, on that account. Let's go here, switch account again. Let's go over here and let's look at the link account right here, which is basically I'm in some copy trades with my father. My dad wanted to get into some trades. Shout out to my pops. Dad, if you're online, these 5 trades that you copied me on, this is what you look like, right? So shout out to my pops who's copy trading me on those. He's up about $2,500. Shout out to my pops. All right. So Dad, you're up about $2,500. Congratulations on those copy trades. All right. This is the scalping account. Let's click on this. Moving from that current to the scalping account. Over here, there's 11 trades over here. I'm up significantly over here. There's nothing down on these trades at all. All longs, all rocking. I'm up about 7 Gs over here. Somebody say, God damn. 7,000 over here, 7,000, 7,000. You're right. So let's look at the last one. Switch accounts. Let's go over here to this long-term account. We're moving from this current over here to this long-term account, sub-account. Let's click on that and see where there's only 3 trades over here. I'm up significantly on all of them. I'm up about 12 grand over here. So if you ask me, am I still holding my long positions? Yes. I keep telling people, I don't know if you want to call me advanced, super advanced, pro trader, whatever label you want to put on it. I really know how to do this. I'm just not out here selling a course and don't know what the hell I'm doing. My course shows you how to do that. 100%. 100%. And I always go live and I show people how I get these entry points. I answer questions. I respond to comments. I'm here in this community all the time. But I'm not one of these guys that's talking to you and telling you that they know how to trade or whatever and they can't show you real live accounts. Just show me the accounts, bro. Just show me the accounts. You saying you made this and you saying you made this and all of that. If you could show it to me, then I believe you. Old trader, you know how to manage your emotions. This is a dope question. He's like, all caps, how the hell do you keep up with all those trades? When you become a high level trader, you know how to manage your emotions. You know how to manage your capital. You know how to manage your entry and your exit points. You know how to manage your stop losses, whether those are hard stop losses or trailing stop losses. You are a high valued manager is what you are, right? I can go into anybody's corporate arena and they're going to have to pay me immediately. They're going to have to pay me. The minimum salary where we start negotiating is $500,000. That's the minimum, because if you're looking for someone who knows how to manage stuff, you got to start me off with $500,000. I can't even, that's where we start negotiating at. Anybody's corporate building. Facts. Somebody said Bitcoin dominance is falling. Of course it is. Of course it is. I showed everybody this. You know what I'm saying? Let me show it to you right here. Let me show you. Let me zoom in on this. All right, let me zoom in on this. Right, it's actually not falling. To be honest with you, this is gonna be real live. Watch this. Let me hide this real quick. Bitcoin dominance is not falling. For the person that said Bitcoin's dominance is falling, are you still on? I'm gonna, not that I'm making you look bad. The reason I go live is when I see comments like this. Paul Don, Paul, my brother. Welcome to the live, and I appreciate you sliding by the community real quick. Bitcoin dominance is not falling. Check this out. I'm gonna help you out. So that this is in my course too, Paul. If you don't take it, you got to learn this stuff. So the markets can only do three things, right? They can go up, right? They can go down, or they can move sideways. And when I say sideways, meaning really to the right, because a market can never move to the left. So the markets can only move up, down, or to the right, which is sideways, which is what we also call consolidation. Bitcoin dominance is not moving down, Paul. Bitcoin's dominance is consolidating. Let me prove it to you. First, before I slide this chart over to show you where it is right now, I first need to show you when it's moving up, it looks like this. I have a channel that showed you that Bitcoin's dominance, Bitcoin's market dominance, right? Bitcoin's dominance. Well, hold on, let me go here. Sorry. This is what I'm looking at. Sorry. That's USDT. We'll get to that in a minute too. But let me just show you that, look, it's not moving down. It's moving sideways right here. See this? You see this right here? Look, let me just scroll this out. I'm still talking to Paul. Paul, you still with me? This was Bitcoin dominance moving up. See this ascending channel, okay? This is Bitcoin's dominance moving down, right? You're in this descending channel down here. And inside of this descending channel, it was moving up. We was tracking it moving up inside of this macro descending channel. But what do we see here now? Right? You see here that you have fell out of this channel, right? So this is it. This is invalidated now. It's no longer moving inside of this channel. And right, you say on the macro, you still got this going. So watch this. We're going to move this out the way, Paul. Check me out. I'm going to unlock this because we had it locked so I can delete it. Now, you know that this is moving down, but what do you see here? It's blaring in our face. And if you haven't taken my course, you can't see it, but I'm going to make it available for you. Look, you see all of this? Look at this line right here. See this dotted line? Look at all the touches on those candles right there. 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5. Like this is a bunch of touches right here. So watch this. I am going to slap this here, and then I'm going to bring this down like this, right? And I'm going to do this, right? Some traders will do this so they can get majority of the touches and say that it fell out the box here and got rejected, got back above it, and is finding support. Either way, this is consolidation. It's in a macro down channel, but it is also moving in consolidation inside of that channel. Somebody say, is that true? Yes. I'm going to drag this out just so you can see it. Look, I'm going to unlock this because I have all this stuff locked so that it doesn't move. I'm going to unlock this. And I'm going to extend this out so you can see what I'm talking about. See what's going on here? Boom. I'm going to lock this back. This is what Bitcoin's dominance is doing. It's moving sideways. Sideways inside of a what? Macro channel to the downside. Yep. Y'all agree with that, or is that just fake? Let me know. Is that real technical analysis, or is that fake? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, of course. Well, consolidation inside of a down channel, which means it's not really doing much of anything. Bitcoin is really not going crazy to the upside or to the downside right now. So, it's kind of just in a chill mode right now. I told everybody that was on a little bit earlier that if you stayed on for 15 or 20 minutes, I said that about 15, 20 minutes ago, that I'll show you something very scary. Are you ready to see it? Now, if you scared of stuff, don't raise your hand because this is for real scary. Y'all want me to show y'all something scary? If you don't want to see scary stuff, then just go ahead and get off. Go get something to drink or something like that. You don't want to see this. Very scary. Very scary. Like this will keep you up at night. Okay. As far as I know, there's no one on the internet that is going to show you or has said anything about the information I'm about to show you now. And if it is, guys, just let me know. But because if they did say it, then I'm telling you I agree with them 100%. Now let me hit you with the shocker first. Then I'm going to turn my camera around. Bitcoin could mess around and slam down to $90,000. For the people that said I ain't scared and all of that stuff, say it with your chest. Did you hear what I just said? Bitcoin can come slamming down to $90,000. Somebody said 107. No. No, 107. 90. Do you want me to show it to you? Somebody said, I can't get no sleep behind that shit. Bro, show me what you talking about. That's just, now you really out here trying to scare folk, bro. Who believes me, first of all? Before I turn my camera around, who believes me? It could come slamming down to 90 grand. There's some conditions. Somebody said 80. I believe you. Somebody said, nah, that's cap. I don't believe you. Stop. Wait, hold up, bro. Stop. Right. There's some people sitting on the sidelines like, I don't know whether to believe you or not, but I'm sitting on the sideline for sure. I got to watch me turn my camera around. What I'm about to show you is nothing to play around with. First of all, let me go here and I got to make this dramatic. Let me make some things dramatic first. Price range. I'm hiding some things on my chart because I want to make something dramatic first. Text, I'll hide that. I'll hide this parallel. Why not? I might as well go ahead and hide that as well. And I'm going to keep my image here because anybody pilfering this information need to know where it came from. This is Bitcoin's chart. This is Bitcoin. And I'm looking at it on the weekly chart. So I went ahead and threw my logo on my TradingView chart just to make sure that I watermark this information because what I'm about to share with you is super dope. I just told you that Bitcoin can come down here, right, to about 90 G's. Some of y'all don't believe it, and you need to understand, like, show me what you're talking about. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this parallel channel on. That's the first thing I'm going to show you. This parallel channel is something that is stemming from 2017's top. This is November of 2017. That was a bull market high. This was a bull market high right here, okay, of November 2021. And currently we are over here in 2025 and we're at this line. This trend line is a trend line that extends back over 8 years. Hold on, let me make sure I'm telling you the truth. 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is an 8-year trend line. You listen, I do this for real, so it's not nothing to play around with. You should definitely pay attention to what. That's an 8-year trend line. Do you agree with me? Okay, now let's keep it going. So this trend line is an 8-year trend line. And the bottom of that trend line is down here. You know, this was the bottom of the bear market down here, December of 2022. That was the bottom of the bear market for this cycle. Okay. Now, what is this business that you're talking about? Bitcoin could come down to 90 G's. Well, let's just start turning on some of this stuff here real quick. Let's turn this on. The last time we was up here on this timeline and got rejected, Bitcoin fell down 84%. It fell from about 20 G's all the way down here to about $3,500. That was about this was an 85% drop when it got rejected here. Somebody say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Okay. And then we got another, look at this. Up here, Bitcoin got rejected and fell 56%. From here to support on this pivot line, that was a 56% drop. Facts. Let's go ahead and turn all of these price ranges on because I got them all here. From here, when it got rejected, it fell all the way down here to the bear market, about 78% rejection on that line. Here, when it got rejected here, it fell all the way down here, about 31%. If this is a rejection and Bitcoin comes down here just to the pivot line, you're going to be looking at about a $90,000 Bitcoin. That'll be a 24% drop. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do know how to chart. You do not want to see Bitcoin getting rejected on this damn trend line. This is an 8-year trend line, fam. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it up here for you. I got it right here in writing. If Bitcoin can't break the top of this red trend line, we could see it fall to around $90,000. There you go. See, I'm about showcasing the work. I'm about showcasing the work. I'm not out here trying to make stuff up to try to become an influencer. I am who I am, and I know how to chart. We need Bitcoin to get up. We don't need to lose 115,000. I told y'all that the other day. But we need to see Bitcoin get up above 117,000 and break out of this. Look where it is. Y'all act like this is a game. Do I need to zero in on this? Let me grab this little plus zoom in right here and zoom in on this section. You think this is a game? We already had 2 rejections here. We pushed up above the red line, came down here to find support, lost the support, tried it again, came back and lost the support again already. And now it is being rejected on the underside. This means it is not support on the top. It is resistance. Bitcoin, sir, the top of this up here, my boy, is 117,000. Okay. I need you, sir, to break this damn red line for real. Bruh, I need you to break the red line, sir. Sir. 2 candles starts a trend. 3 candles is a very strong trend. 4 candles is a brick wall. What's that? Somebody said, ain't no confirmation. Well, I'm so glad. I like when people challenge me when I'm live. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's go in here and let's look at the past. These are weekly candles now. This ain't no, you're not understanding me. These aren't daily candles. You better get your damn mind. You better get your whole damn mind right. These are weekly candles. Sirs and ma'ams, this is not no damn, these aren't daily and 4 hour and all of that. These are weekly candles, my boy. So if you go here and you zoom in, it only took 2 rejections in 2017. It only took 2 weekly rejections on this red line before you crash down 85%. Let's go here and let's look over here. Uh-oh. Look over here. Didn't have it hit the line here. Look, 2 rejections right here caused us to pull down. Came back up. It only took 2 rejections before you crashed down 56%. Up here, you had a double top. This is a rejection, swung back up here, got rejected again. That's called a classic double top. Down goes Frazier. Somebody say, Lord have mercy. We dropped down 78%. From that to that was 78%. It only took 2. Okay. Now look at where we are right here. Let's go over here and look at these. Look, this drop right here from this high. How many candles did it take? That's a no. That's a classic double top there. Yikes. What do we see right here? Y'all keep playing games. You act like this. You act like you need more than 2 weekly candles before this gets scary. We need this candle right now, which has 4 days before it closes. Oh, now see, this candle is a live candle. It closes in 4 days and 2 hours. This is a weekly candle. It has 4 days and 2 hours before it closes. My boy, I need you to push up above this red line in the next 4 days. Everybody asks me, no 4-year cycle, 8 to 12 trillion, this, that, a third. What I am telling you here, no, we still getting 8 to 12 trillion. You're not paying attention to what I'm saying to you, though. I am a trader and I know how to chart. I am giving you a head start before anybody else comes in here with the bullshit. I am letting you know Bitcoin is at a very, very pivotal moment. If it can't get above this red line, which is a trend line backdating for 8 years since 2017. This is an 8-year trend line that if you get rejected on it, you will have a catastrophic pullback. So I am trying to prepare you that if we get rejected up here, you better put your seatbelt on because we can literally be coming down here to test this pivot line right here. That's if we don't come down here and test this bottom part of it, which would be a $60,000 Bitcoin. Stop. You want it to at least stop here. I am trying to prepare you to say if we need to break this, find support on the top side of it so that we can rock it up and keep going about our business. But if this is serious resistance and it remains resistance and this starts pulling back, you know how that works. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you what it's going to do. I can only look at the charts and tell you that's a weekly candle. It's the second one. And it's the second time that it's meeting resistance. You have 4 days before we find out what the hell happens to that candle. And I don't have no crystal ball. Is that true or not? I said it was scary. Don't worry. I'll screenshot at that. I'll remind people. We either break that and go to Valhalla and keep on moving, or we get resisted. So what about 8 to 12 trillion in the market cap? If Bitcoin pulls back 24%, if you don't know how to short, if you don't have my course and you can't recognize that and you don't know how to short, you just gonna lose a bunch of money. You'll be sitting in a bunch of unrealized losses with your crypto holdings in your account and all that. Me personally, because I'm showing you this, I'll recognize it and I'll start shorting the market. And I'll make a shitload of money to the downside. I'm already up, 20, 30 grand or whatever, 40 grand. Right, I'm on longs right now. And I'm up, 30? 11 plus 7 plus 7, that's 30. I'm up about 40 G's right now. So I shut that stuff down and then sit back and then just short the market, if that's the case. Is it anybody here that understands what I just showed you? Do you think that information is important or not? Do you think I'm just trying to just say stuff to try to